That was fantastic. And now it's time, get ready here for the next Kahoot question. Come on, everybody's there ready? I'm going to change now to the Kahoot and play the next question. So, ready? There we go. Ta-tan. At what age do we test vision in zebrafish? 0 days old, 5 days old, 21 days old, or 3 months old? Come on. Wow, I can't believe, super quick and fast. Very good, very good. So now let's see how things are going here. This is getting interesting. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, there are still questions ahead. So keep your eyes open and your ears paying attention. And now we are going to go to introduce our next scientist, that it's Marzia. Marzia, I give you here the floor.
Yes, thanks, Yolanda. Can you hear me well?
Perfect.
Okay. Hi, everyone. How's it going? So I hope that you are enjoying all of this presentation. I'm Marzia. I'm a chemistry pharmacist, and I'm based in University College Dublin. Today, I'm going to show you something about the eye, but before, we can have a look at that quick video to show you what I'm doing in my project. Hello, welcome. I'm Marzia. I'm Italian and I'm a researcher in the University College Dublin. I'm in the microscope room, and this is a microscope, as you can see. Here, some instruments that I use during my experiment. Today, I'm gonna show you what you can see inside the eye of the zebrafish, in particular the lens. But for doing this, we need to turn it off the light. And here we can see the lens with all the blood vessels in green. Thanks, Yolanda, for playing the video. So, guys, today I'm gonna describe you an important part of our body, that is the eye. So, can you see the picture on the left? This is my eye. This is a picture of my eye. So, can someone raise a hand if they think that I have a blue eye? No. Can someone raise the hand if they think that I have a brown eye? Someone? Okay, yes. I definitely have a brown eye. So, and the part of the eye that is colored, and everyone has a different color of the eye, it's called iris. But inside the iris, there is a small ball. It is dark. Everyone has this dark ball. It's called pupil. But do you know why is it black? It's not colored. The reason why is because inside our eye, there is no light. So we cannot see anything. For that reason, is it dark? Is it black? But sometimes when we take a picture with the camera, and then we have a look at the picture, you see that the eye can be red. And you said, oh my God, you didn't take a right picture. But it's not true. So what happened is that the flash of the camera go inside your eye, and at the back of your eye, there are lots of blood vessels that are red. So the flash detect the blood vessels and give you a picture with the red eye. So you are not a monster, you are normal, but just the flash detect your blood vessels. But let's see another important part of the body that is in the eye. This is at the back, in the posterior part of the eye. It's called retina. Retina has, as you can see on the right part of the image, two important things. It's composed by cones and rod. Cones are the colored part, and are the blue, the red, and the green part. And it is activated during the day. So you can see during the day when there is the light, because these three cones are activated and they can detect the vision. Then during the night, you can see because the rods are activated, and the rods are the gray part in the image. But there is another important job of the retina that is like sending the image to the brain. So as you can see in this image here, our eye can detect something. In that case, there are like pear, there are fruit. So our eye can detect the fruit, but this image is sent by signal to our brain. So our brain processes all the image. But then let's see what is inside our eye, and let's compare the eye of the zebrafish with the eye of the human. You saw on the video that I show you a small ball on the microscope as the one on the left that was green and with a lot of green blood vessels. This is the lens of the fish. Why is green? It's green because we use fluorescence for detecting the blood vessels. Instead, on the right part, we have the lens of the human. As you can see, they look similar. So they have a central point, both of them, with a lot of blood vessels. So our lens is really similar to the one of the zebrafish. But let's see what can happen. So sometimes these blood vessels can grow too much without control. So like this that you can see here in this image, with a lot of branch that seems like to be tree, no? But that's wrong. We don't want this. Why we don't want this? Because as you can see in the image here, the growth of extraneous blood vessels can lead to like blindness. So people actually cannot see anything. And why these blood vessels grow? Because sometimes they are like the food of the tumor. So they can feed the tumor. So we don't want this. To avoid this, what we need to do? So we need to check our eye often. So I already know that you go to the ophthalmologist, so that's really a good thing. But you still you keep going there and check often your eye to be sure that nothing happened. So there is like these funny things that the doctor put on your eye, but that's really funny. That's easy to do it. So thank you. So if you have any question at the hand, we can reply. And thanks a million for listening.
Thank you very much, Marzia. That was fantastic. And everybody knows we have now the next Kahoot question. So everybody getting ready, because I'm going to release the next question now. Everybody's ready. There we go. You have a minute. Remember, tan, tan, tan. What is angiogenesis? An Irish dance. The growth of blood vessels. A tree with many branches. The name of an Irish song. This is a bit more difficult, not so fast, huh? Come on, come on. Well, let's see how we are doing here. Very good, very good. This is getting really exciting. Now, without any more delay, let's go to our next speaker. That it's Husvinee. Husvinee, all yours.
Thanks, Yolanda. Hi. I hope everyone is having a good morning. And so I'm a biologist and I'm from Singapore, but at the moment I'm working in Ireland. So I'm working in University College Dublin. But right now I have actually come to Sweden and I'm working in a company called Bioreparia so that I can find medicine for eye cancer. So can anyone tell me, raise your hand to tell me how many of you have heard about eye cancer? Anyone had heard about cancer? Okay, a few of you have heard. So
Yeah.
we can develop cancer in the eye as well. So not many people know that. So what happens during cancer? So we have talked about cells. So what we have here is normally cells are happy and healthy and they are smiling like this. But sometimes what happens is one cell decides to be unhappy or goes crazy like this, or it becomes sick. And when that happens, it makes all these cells beside it to become sick and unhappy and crazy as well. And then it also tells them to have grow more and more unhappy cells. So this is what we call cancer or tumor. So what we need to do is find medicine. And if we give the medicine to these unhappy, angry cells, we can actually make them happy again. So that's what my work is involved in, to find eye cancers. But we have also heard about how the zebrafish is similar to the human eye. But do you know that zebrafish can also grow tumors? So zebrafish can also have cancer, and that's why we like to use this to find new medicine. So can anyone show me your hands to see, is the fish on top has the cancer? Okay, or the fish at the bottom has cancer? Yes, you're right. Yay. So the fish in the bottom has cancer. So that's why we can use it to find medicine. So normally what I do in the lab is basically take the cancer cell and then I color them red. After which I put them into the baby fish when they are 2 days old. And then I give them medicine for 3 days and then look at what happens to the fish after 3 days later when they are 5 days old. So do you think the fish in the top has the medicine worked, or the fish at the bottom, the medicine has worked? Show me with your hands how many of you think the fish in the top has no cancer? How many of you think the fish in the bottom has no cancer? Yay! You're right again. So yes, that's how we actually test to see that the medicine has worked in the fish. So in the top figure, what you can see is the cancer cell that we have put inside the fish has grown bigger, and also it has started spreading. So that's what you can see at the tail, which is at the lower half of the fish. So right now that fish is not happy. So if you follow me, I'm